How do I find a new job? How can I make a career change? And the biggest question of all, can I really find a career that I love? Hey, my name is Jen Smith, and I believe career success doesn't have to be at the expense of living a radiantly happy and healthy lifestyle. As a former HR leader and recruiter turned career coach, I get what companies are looking for when hiring top talent. What that means for you is an unmatched combination of insider knowledge and the best kept secrets about making heart-based career changes and navigating the ups and downs of job searching in today's world of work. Whether you're a recent graduate navigating the job market for the first time or a seasoned professional ready for a career change, this show is for you. So grab your coffee or your kombucha, pull up a seat, and get ready to be challenged and inspired to move beyond your self-doubt and take the right next steps towards landing a career you love. Because you deserve a long, radiantly happy and healthy career. This is the Flourish Careers Podcast. Hello, and welcome back to the Flourish Careers Podcast. I'm your host, Jen Smith, and today we're discussing an interesting topic that's resonating with more and more heart-based professionals, the portfolio career. Imagine your career as an exquisite garden. Now, this might sound a bit unconventional, but stick with me. There's a bigger connection here. So visualize your garden. Imagine planting not one type of flower, but a variety of seeds, some wildflowers, vegetables, and perhaps even a few fruit trees. Each is going to require different care, and it's going to grow at its own pace. This brings a unique beauty and nourishment to your garden. Together, they create this diverse and resilient ecosystem, which is the essence of a portfolio career. Now, before we unpack today's topic, I want to share a bit about my path because in many ways, without even realizing it, I began cultivating my own portfolio career. As you might know, I spent many years in the corporate world building a rewarding career in HR. But there became a point where I felt like my time in corporate was complete, and I always had this urge to start my own thing. That's when I started the side gig as a career coach with the Muse. It was a small seed at the time, something that I could tend to outside of my corporate demanding day job, but it quickly grew into something much bigger, allowing me to realize that career coaching and professional development were where I wanted to spend my time and energy. From there, I launched Flourish Careers, where I could share my insider recruiting and HR knowledge with others to help them navigate their career changes. Over time, I partnered with the Career Clarity team, which allowed me to learn new techniques and frameworks and continue expanding. As my garden grew, I began creating digital products like the Fried to Flourishing course and community, which was another exciting layer. I also added HR consulting to my portfolio, which brings another layer of opportunity. Most recently, I've worked with incredible partners like Gig Talent, Zing Collaborative, and Elevated Resumes. Each of these collaborations adds new dimensions to this portfolio and enriches my work. So I share this story as a testament to the power of a portfolio career. So you're planting different seeds at different times, just like I've taken on new collaborations at different times. Everything ebbs and flows in different times and seasons, but all in all, I've created this very rich and fulfilling and resilient career path that continues to evolve and grow with each new season. So what exactly is a portfolio career? Think of it as a career path where you're not just focused on one job or role, but instead you're cultivating multiple sources of income or projects simultaneously. Just like you might have different plants growing in a garden, some are perennials that come back year after year, some are annuals that you have to replant each season. In your career, this might look like having a part-time job in one field, doing freelance work in another, or perhaps even running a side business. So these different roles and projects form the various plants in your garden, and they contribute to a more prosperous professional life. A portfolio career offers benefits like flexibility, creative fulfillment, and resilience, making it an excellent option for lots of different types of people. So let's talk about the different types of people that might love a portfolio career. It's ideal for creatives and multi-potentialites. If you have many different interests and skills, a portfolio career allows you to explore multiple different skills and ideas without choosing just one. So you're not limited to growing just roses in your garden. You can have daisies and petunias and sunflowers and maybe even a few herbs. It's also great for professionals seeking flexibility. If you're looking for more control over your time or you want to balance work with other commitments, a portfolio career might be perfect for you. Additionally, it's suitable for those who are nearing retirement, so it offers a way to stay engaged and active without the pressure of a full-time job. Also, if you're a career changer, a portfolio career allows you to test the waters before fully diving in, kind of like what I did with the Muse, planting new seeds while maintaining your current job or projects. Now, keep in mind that this way of working isn't for everyone. Consider your core and lifestyle values. If you value stability and predictability with a clear and consistent routine or a single focus, the dynamic nature of a portfolio career might feel overwhelming or even unstable. A portfolio career might not meet your financial needs if you value a reliable fixed income or if you're not comfortable managing multiple income streams. If managing several projects at once feels stressful, then you might find it challenging to switch between different tasks. Then a portfolio career might not be the most suitable option. There's really no right or wrong answer here. It's all about finding what works best for you. So now that we've explored who might be interested in a portfolio career, let's talk about the timing. When is the right moment to start cultivating a diverse career path? Of course, the answer depends on your personal circumstances and goals. However, there might be a few signs that it's time to consider this path. If you feel stagnant or unfulfilled in your current role, it might be time to plant something new. Adding a side project or freelance work to your schedule could reignite your energy. For example, Lisa has been working as an accountant for the past 8 or 10 years. Recently, she noticed that her job no longer challenges her. She feels bored and unfulfilled despite being really good at what she does. So to reignite her passion, she's going to start a side project and offer financial coaching to small business owners. So this new challenge brings her joy and it allows her to use her accounting skills in a more dynamic and impactful way. Diversifying income streams is another reason to start a portfolio career. So if you're concerned about job security or you want to reduce your reliance on a single source of income, a portfolio career can provide that safety net. Just like planting various crops can protect against a poor harvest, having multiple income streams can protect against economic uncertainty. So here's an example. After experiencing a company-wide layoff, Robert realized how vulnerable his income was when he was tied to one single job. So to create more of a financial safety net, he began offering freelance IT consulting services in addition to his full-time job as a systems analyst. So over time, he started adding more and more clients, creating multiple income streams that made him less reliant on his primary job and more secure in the face of economic uncertainty. Exploring new interests is another compelling reason to consider a portfolio career. If you've developed new interests or skills that aren't being utilized in your current job, starting a side project or a freelance gig can be a great way to explore these areas without making a complete career switch. Think of this as planting a new type of flower in your garden to see how it grows. For example, Samantha has recently taken up photography as a hobby. She enjoys it so much that she wants to explore it further, but her current role as a marketing manager, unfortunately, does not allow for that creative expression. To satisfy her creative side, she starts taking on small photography gigs on the weekends. The side project lets her explore this new interest without the pressure of leaving her stable job, allowing her to see if photography could be a layer in her portfolio career in the future. Sometimes life circumstances, such as becoming a parent or moving to a new city or approaching retirement, can prompt the need for a more flexible career. And a portfolio career allows you to adjust your work to fit your lifestyle. An example here is Carlos. After moving to a new city, Carlos finds that his commute to his full-time job is completely exhausting, and it's taking him away from time with his family. He decides to reduce his hours at his full-time job and take on a part-time freelance graphic design jobs. So this shift allows him to spend more time at home while still pursuing his career path, providing the flexibility that he needs to adjust to his new life circumstances. So are you ready to start cultivating your portfolio career? Here are some steps to get started. First, assess your strengths and interests. So take stock of what you enjoy doing, where your strengths are, and what the market needs. What skills do you already have? Which ones are you excited to use? For example, Jane has always enjoyed writing and has a background in marketing. She realizes that her strengths are in content creation and strategic communication. She also notices a growing demand for content marketing in the healthcare industry and decides to use her skills by offering freelance content writing services. So she makes a list of her skills, which are writing, SEO, and social media management, and then identifies healthcare as a niche where she can offer significant value. Number 2 is to make a list of your experiences. So list out all your different critical career experiences and then identify areas where you can offer value through your freelance work, consulting, part-time roles, or side businesses. You might consider what type of portfolio career. Are you primarily focused on creative projects, professional services, or maybe there's a mix of different things involved? For example, John has 10 years of experience in software development with a strong focus on web development and cybersecurity. So he decides to create a portfolio career that combines freelance web development, part-time consulting on cybersecurity, and teaching coding workshops. So he organizes his skills and experiences into categories and determines that his portfolio will be a mix of creative and technical projects and professional services. Number 3 is to start small. Just as you wouldn't plant an entire garden in one day, you want to start with 1 or 2 new projects or roles. This allows you to test the waters and see what works before fully committing. Begin with a side gig or freelance work in one area that interests you, just like I did with the Muse. And then if you're currently employed full-time, you can consider taking on small projects or volunteer work. And it's okay to start small and then gradually add more plants to your garden as you gain experience and confidence. For example, Emily works full-time as a graphic designer, but has always wanted to explore freelance illustration. So instead of jumping in all at once, she begins by taking a small freelance project for a friend's startup. This side gig allows her to test her skills in a new area without overwhelming her schedule. She gains confidence and positive feedback and then slowly takes on more freelance illustration work. Number 4 is to connect and build relationships. So connect with others in your desired fields. You can seek guidance and find opportunities through your network. I have to tell you that every single opportunity in my portfolio career, other than the Muse, came from my beloved network of colleagues. You can join professional groups, attend industry events, or participate in online communities related to your interests. Reach out to others who are already successfully managing portfolio careers and learn from their experiences. I'll add a link to the show notes to my episode with Cassie Spencer if you're looking for another perspective about portfolio careers. Building solid connections will give you the resources, guidance, and opportunities to grow your portfolio career. So let's say Mark is transitioning into a portfolio career focused on environmental consulting and sustainable design. So he joins local and online sustainability groups, attends industry conferences, and participates in webinars. Through these connections, he meets other professionals who share his interests and learn about freelance opportunities in his field. One of these connections leads to a long-term consulting project with a nonprofit organization. Number 5 is managing your time and energy. Just as a garden requires regular care and attention, so does a portfolio career. So you're going to need to learn to balance multiple roles and avoid exhaustion by setting clear boundaries and prioritizing your well-being. Nourish to flourish. So the idea is to create a schedule that allows you to dedicate time to each of your projects without feeling overwhelmed. You can use tools like time blocking or project management apps or even a simple planner to stay organized. Remember, you want to make time for yourself because rest and nourishment are incredibly important for building a portfolio career. Let me give you an example. Sarah balances 3 different roles. She's a part-time talent management consultant, a career coach, and she writes a career guidance blog for students and recent grads. She creates a weekly schedule to manage her time and dedicates specific days to each role. She also sets 2 to 3 priorities each day so she doesn't overcommit. And then lastly, Sarah realizes the need for solid boundaries, so she starts and stops her work each day at dedicated times, which allows her space in between to refresh and not get burned out. So as a recap, the 5 steps to get started with your portfolio career are: number 1, assess your strengths and interests. Number 2, make a list of your experiences and understand how you can contribute to where there might be a gap in the market. Number 3 is to start small with just adding one thing. Number 4 is to connect and build relationships. And then lastly, consider how you will manage your time and energy. As we wrap up, please know that this way of working is not for everyone, and it will continuously evolve. A garden is never static. It grows, it changes, and evolves with each season. So be open to change and be willing to adapt your portfolio career as your interests and the market evolve, and you can adjust and assess as needed. So there you have it, my friends, your guide to designing a flexible portfolio career. In today's episode, we explored the concept of a portfolio career, similar to an exquisite garden that allows you to grow through intentional care and variety. We discussed what a portfolio career entails, who it's ideal for, and the benefit it offers with flexibility, resilience, and growth. We also covered when it might be the right time to start cultivating a portfolio career and provided practical steps to get started. The bottom line is that the future of work is not linear. As we move forward in this ever-changing world of work, the ability to diversify and cultivate multiple sources of income will become increasingly valuable. A portfolio career isn't about having it all figured out from the start. It's about planting those first seeds, tending to them, and letting your garden evolve over time. The beauty of this approach is that it allows you to adapt and grow through each season in a way that a traditional career path might not. So if today's episode resonates with you, your 5 minutes to flourish call to action is to take some time this week and reflect on your career. What seeds could you start planting today that might lead to a more diverse and fulfilling professional path down the road? If you're ready to dive deeper, consider booking a 30-minute career talk to begin cultivating your portfolio career. This is something I'm super passionate about, and I would love to help. Thank you so much for joining me today. As always, the notes from today's episode are on the blog at flourish.careers/blog. I'll talk to you next time.